hero list, because I promised you we have some hero lists. So, JJ, are you ready for some hero lists that we get to cover tonight too?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So I got the ugly Yoda picture up on here. I did that on purpose just because I hate this picture so much. So I used it so I wouldn't ever have to use this as a graphic for our thing again. The first deck we have is an Avar deck. JJ, do you want to cover the Avar deck?
Yeah, let's do it. So we got Avar Chris here with the Strangled Cliffs as the red base that goes along with this one here. Got 3 copies of Force Throw, 3 copies of Sorcerer's Blast, 3 Adigargas, 3 copies of Gunji. We got 3 Infused Brawlers. Got 3 copies of Jedi Consular. We got 3 copies of do or do not.
Do or do not.
Yep. Yeah, 3 Yoda's lightsabers, 3 blue leaders, 3 Jedi in hiding, 3 copies of the young Obi-Wan Kenobi, 2 Strike Trues. We got 3 copies of the General's Blade, 3 of the Bright Hopes, 3 copies of Eon Keith, and 3 copies of Ki Mundi, 3 of the new Mace Windu's, and then lastly 2 copies of Yoda, the new Yoda that's there. And then additionally, we got in the sideboard 2 home ones, 2 copies of Anakin's Interceptor, 3 copies of the Echo-based Defenders, and then 3 copies of the E-Wing that's on the sideboard there as the additional cards for the sideboard.
Yep. And so that Infused Brawler in this deck is absolutely amazing because Avar Chris's action is to just get Force.
Yeah.
So you can just get Force and then play Infused Brawler.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty sweet combo. I actually missed that before. I actually like that combo a lot. That can really be a beast early on and do some damage.
Yes. And I'm surprised he's only got 2 Yodas. Yoda's just so good. Like Yoda's so amazing in this deck.
Yoda's really good.
But the ability, so essentially the idea is being able to turn the Force on and use the Force multiple times to get Avar out early. And so you're able to do that because almost every unit in this deck is Force, right? So you outside of that the Bright Hopes, right? The other thing that you can do too is before you play Enoth, you can give yourself the Force and then play Enoth, and then like they got to kill that 5/4, and that's an immediate ramp card. Like you ramp off that no matter what, which is great because like I think that's missed by a lot of people. Like a lot of people don't think about that, but Avar Chris just has that ability to say, I'm going to give myself the Force, and now I'm going to ramp off of it. I like the deck. This is definitely like an event. A lot of events and a lot of upgrades. So you're looking to be able to stick a couple of units and throw a bunch of upgrades on there. I love Yoda's lightsaber personally, not even just for Yoda, just like in general on any Force unit. I think I actually think Yoda's lightsaber is amazing. Obviously General's Blade is a little bit better because it gives you the discount, but yeah, it's just so good. So like the idea behind this deck is to be able to control your opponent's board a little bit, be able to ramp up, and then be able to bring out Avar Chris early. Because with Enoth, you have the ability to use the Force, right? Give yourself the Force from that, put Enoth out, give yourself the Force by swinging by something else, and then you using the Force. It's just crazy. It's got crazy synergy with it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I also like the Kit's Fisto in the sideboard. The Kit's Fisto Aether Sprite is the anti-upgrade. I love that. The Do or Do Not to draw cards is amazing. Like, just so you know, like that actually is a really good card because all you have to do is have the Force to draw 2 cards. You're basically paying 1 per card. And like, so you could use that with Key to like, you could just have a hand that's as big as a Han hand now. But I like the deck. I have not played Avar Chris very much. I'm guessing maybe I can't remember if he got the showcase for this or not. I don't remember what showcase he got, but
yeah, I think this is the first Avar Chris that I've seen that doesn't have resupply on there because obviously you want to get to Avar's deployment a lot faster. But
Mhm.
I like this a lot. You got a lot of good units that can help you, like put some pressure on your opponent and still control the board at the same time. And adding those sensor units on the sideboard really helps you against some of those more aggressive lists, and it just makes your opponent kind of go through them first, help you delay in so you can get your big units out there, and then look out, because once you get those big like units like Mace and Ki on there, it's going to be really tough for your opponent to hold their line after you start getting your big line out there.
Yep. So, all right, let's move on to Kaz Blue. JJ, what is this list? Have you played Kaz Blue at all? I don't think you have you?
Not the updated Kaz Blue. I like this a lot, though. So we got Kaz coming in here with 3 copies of the Cartel Turncoat, 2 R2D2, which is pilots. We got 2 Jedi communications.
Jam
We got
Communications.
Jam communications.
Yeah. That guy's got a
Got
Jedi.
2.
Come on, the guy on there's not even a Jedi. You know that guy. He's from what's the name of that the Mandalorian?
He's
What's
a
his name?
Devorian. He's
Yeah,
a Devorian. Yeah, yeah. Got 2 copies of Punch It. We got 3 copies of the Shuttle. Got 3 copies of the Fireball, 3 Leias, 3 Lothwolves. We got 2 copies of Breaking In, 3 Surprise Strikes, 2 Bosheks. We got 2 copies of the J-Type Fighter. We got 3 of the Millennium Falcons, both the old and the new version. We got 3 copies of the Bonbon, 3
Ongo
AT.
Bongo.
No, I'm just saying Bonbon. It's just easier,
Bon.
bro. It's
All right,
it's
3
sweet like candy.
bonbons. Yep. All right, I'm all for it.
We got 3 stolen AT haulers. We got 3 waylays, 2 Dakars, and lastly 3 copies of Han Solo, the pilot version from JTL. And then on the sideboard here, we got 1 additional Dakar, 3 Village People, 3 Fang Fighters, or rather the Protectorate Starfighters, 2 copies of Bamboozle, and then 1 additional Jam Communications on the board there. Really great. I like this addition for Kaz there. Not all these need to necessarily use his ability, or you need to cancel out the text, but you got a really good selection of different units that you can put out onto the board, and just pick and choose what you need to. Obviously, Kaz is going to want to target the Millennium Falcons title, so that way you don't have to bring it back into your hand. And you have a lot of great units on there where you can put multiple units as pilots on there, namely like Boshek and Kaz can be on the Millennium Falcon if you want to, or just the Fireball itself, which is a classic ship for Kaz to jump into. It's just really solid. This one plays a little low to the ground, a little quicker, and if your opponent can't take out your ships, this is very space heavy, and this can definitely do some work. So I like this a lot.
Yeah, and I think like the Kaz shows the ability of all these cool things like Lone Wolf, right? You can't attack with them, but you just use Kaz and attack with them. So you could
Yeah.
play him turn 1. He's now a Sentinel. You can then you could then begin your churn out by just like activating Kaz and swinging in with him. Like it just immediately works. And like it's same with kind of that Nubian starship. You can swing with, or you can use his ability on it and not have to discard a card. So
Yeah.
it's basically like I'm going to pay a 3 cost 2/4 and draw a card off of it. Seems
Mhm.
pretty good. I think the best one is like that corporate defense shuttle. Like nobody could play that, but you could just turn it off. Like you just turn off its effect, and now you can immediately attack with it. Um,
Yeah.
I like the only thing I don't like I don't like the Bosheks, but that's just me. That's just a personal thing. Like I have that in my hand deck too, and Boshek is fine. It's just in this deck it feels like there isn't as many odd cost stuff, but I guess he does have quite a few odd cost stuff. So I guess it could work. I just don't know how well Boshek would work at drawing you cards for it. And Alex's luck is he would always discard his 2 cost stuff. So
Yeah, exactly.
so Boshek's probably the only one I would like. I probably would swap out. Outside of that, I would probably run this. This is a very this is an aggro blue yellow hero deck, which is a little strange, right? You don't usually
Yeah.
have that. But this deck can put out so much damage right away. And the best part is that Ongo Bongo or Bonbon, sorry, Bonbon, like The only thing I will say is you can use their ability and swing with him, right? So you use the ability. The only issue is you don't get to heal damage, like if you kill something, if you use the ability to swing with him, right? So
Yeah.
But before he has damage on him, he is a 3-cost 5/5, which is obviously had to be built for Kaz and not for Han, right? Like whoever created that card thought, oh, here, let's give Kaz something. But that's a great turn, like turn 2 play is that stupid card. So I like it. I like the list. It's definitely something that you could take advantage of and really play into.
Yeah.
So, all right, the last one we have is a Han4 Lake County. So this is the old Lake County that I updated for this set. And we could talk, I'm going to go through the deck and we'll talk about it because it's got a card you mentioned earlier in one of our other segments that is actually in this deck. Yeah, I've got 2 Boba Fetts in this deck. So, this deck is, so I've got 2 Babu Fricks, 3 Cartel Turncoats, 2 of the Dagger Squadron Pilots, 2 of the look at your top of your deck R2D2, 3 of the Pilot R2D2, 3 Republic Y-Wings, 2 Wolf Packs, 2 Jam Communication, 3 C3PO, 2 main deck Bamboozled because I'm so sick of some of these other decks with all these upgrades in it. I just really like Bamboozled now. 2 Bosheks, 2 of the Death Skirmishers, 3 of each of the different Falcons, 3 Sanctioner Shuttles, 3 Never Tell Me the Odds, 3 of the Pilot Han, 3 Plo Koons, 2 Qui-Gon Aether Sprites, 2 Legacy Runs. Look at that. I got that Legacy Run in here. And 2 of the Mandalorian Pilot. And my sideboard is just a straight, this is what I'm testing out currently. 2 of the Clear the Fields, 2 Outmaneuvers, 2 Change of Hearts, 2 Hans, and 2 Tranquility. So the way this deck plays is very low to the ground, very fast. The testing piece that I found with Babu Frick is if they don't know what Babu Frick does, Babu Frick is crazy. You can play an R2D2 and Babu Frick in turn 1, and then you're able to like exhaust Babu Frick and swing for 4 with R2D2, which is just crazy. Like that's just silly. Like once they figure out what you're gonna do, they just kill Babu Frick and then you don't get to do it anymore. But like it can be disgusting. Like there's a consideration of should you go to more Babu Fricks, but I just don't have because it's a pilot deck. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. I used to run Peli Moto in here. Which you had kind of were high on Peli, and I tested her out. I could get her to work, but once they figure out what she does, now the 2 costs, like she's just bad, right? Like she's very good. You can use her with Han because you can use Han's ability, swing with her for 2 or for 1. You know what that top of that card is, and then you have the ability to give like an experience token to one of the spaceships you have. But after you do that the first time, they just kill her. Like they don't let her live. Like nobody, like once people know that that's what she does, they don't let her live. And so I don't run. If you were running a deck that had Sentinel in it, I think she would be fine. But I don't have room for Sentinel in this deck, so I don't know how you would put that in there. The Bamboozled is also newer, like a new addition. I never was running Bamboozled before, but like there's just so many needs. Like in my opinion, there's needs for it now. You get somebody that's upgrading their units, or brings in like a village protector, or they have a Kylo. This like stops that Kylo from just destroying you. And then I added the Qui-Gon's Aether Sprite is sneakily good because it's got the next time you use a wind plate ability. And so like you have a wind plate ability with the Mandalorian, right? You have it with the Sanctioner shuttle. So like I've actually used the Sanctioner shuttle to capture 2 ships in 1 turn. And like people don't they don't expect that. And I'm not going to tell you like it works every time, but it's absolutely hilarious. And it's the same thing as you could play a Qui-Gon and then you you have the ability to swing with it, right? And you can play Death Skirmisher and exhaust 2 units now the next turn. And like people usually just leave the Qui-Gon ship alone. It's just a 3/6, and then you could put Han in it. That's even better. That's like the best part about that is typically you could put a Han in there. And then I'm testing out the legacy runs because I think they're absolutely hilarious. And you put that and then put like a Han pilot or a Mando pilot on a legacy run, and then people don't know what to do because it's like, what are you kill it and you're eating all this damage. So you eat 6 damage if you kill it. I don't know. So that's kind of my updated Han set 4 Lake County list that I've been played around with. What are your thoughts?
That's pretty sweet. I like it. I think the only addition I would have is just adding, trying to find room for Chewbacca pilot in there, just because I think
he's green.
goes. Yeah, I would still put him even that aspect on here.
Okay.
Yeah, but he, I think this is a really solid list. I do love the addition of having all these pilots to be put on these low-costed ships and just making them better. It's definitely a lot of fun, and I like it a lot. And especially being able to put like Han on a legacy run would be so nice. Like that, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So nice.
It's sneaky good, like because it's you don't think about it. I mean, in reality, Han doesn't add that much to it. So it's really like just like the 5/5 that swings or whatever, or 5/6.
Yeah.
I don't remember all his stats, but like because if you have other stuff out and other pilots, you get your resources back. But it's just funny because then if they kill him, they're eating that damage. So like they have to hope you clear the board, or they have to clear their own board, or you just get to wipe. You just get to do 6 damage out onto the board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like it. I think it's a neat little deck that I'm trying to build this up because the big loss I had, like this deck always loses to, it feels like Han 2 if it doesn't draw correctly. And I'm also looking, is there a way to figure out how to do the C3PO draw? Like, is there a way to get, because if you get C3PO and they can't kill him turn 1, you're golden. Like everything's golden because you just have so many cards in hand. But if you don't get the C3PO, I don't have a lot of card draw. So that was kind of the other consideration, is how do we get card draw in here for it? So that's something else that I may look at in the future. Is that?
That's fair. Yeah.
So, and I will say I do genuinely like the I put the outmaneuvers on the side. Obviously those are coming in against like aggro or like any of the ground decks. And actually that was an idea. Somebody did that against me. And I was like, all right, I should just add that to my sideboard. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about it because 80% of my stuff's all in space. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
So anyway, so that's my Han 4 Lake County deck.
Yeah, pretty sweet. I definitely would like to try to put this on the board. I like this a lot.